Hi, Madeline Lowry. I wanted to give you an overview of the Map for Sensitivities program. So this program is organized into sections, as you can see here on the left-hand menu. This is a program that's organized into a 4-week cycle. This is not to say that you'll be done with the program in 4 weeks, but rather the structure is set up as a 4-week cycle. Since it is a self-paced program, you can actually do the program quicker or slower as you're able to, whatever fits in your schedule. And so you can stretch out, say, week 1 to be 2 weeks if you wish, but we want you to complete all of the activities and sessions from week 1 before you move on to week 2. So these are deliberately structured there in this order. All right, so the first part of the program is the welcome. As you'll see, when you can click on these little down arrows to reveal all of the resources that are contained within. So there's a little welcome, there's some basic concepts, additional concepts, how to use the program player, frequently asked questions, and so forth. Many of these resources are available to you during the preview period, so please do make use of that. The preview period is there for you to familiarize yourself with some of the basic concepts and philosophy and structure of the program so that you can decide if this is something for you. Then we have the Introduction to Map section. This is actually a separate program, so you can actually purchase the Introduction to Map program on its own. But when you purchase this larger program, the Introduction to Map is bundled in. And the reason for that is before you can do your first map session, you have to be initiated to the method. There are 2 steps to that. You watch a preparatory video, 15 minutes, and then you do your first map session. After those 2 steps, your brain, your subconscious mind, will be receptive to the instructions that we give in map sessions. And only then can you proceed to week 1 activities. You'll see in week 1, this is typical of the structure of each of the weeks. There's always an overview of what you will be doing that week. There are 4 core map sessions in this program. The first one is the map session for emotions. There's one for beliefs and also one for symptoms. So this program is a little different from other programs in that you are introduced to those 3 core sessions right away at the beginning in the first week. You'll do each of those sessions once this week. However, these are sessions that you will return to over and over again, repeatedly throughout the entire program. So even as you move to week 2, for example, you will be doing map sessions that can include sessions from week 1. There's also an introduction to the 4th core session in the program, which is the map session for tolerance. Again, these 4 core sessions will be done repeatedly throughout the weeks. And so you will be jumping back, even when you're in week 2, you may find that you need to return to week 1 to do a certain session again. Week 2, just like week 1, has an overview, has a session, has other resources, supportive practices, and lessons that are supportive to your progress. Then you can move to week 3. Same structure, overview. You'll notice that there aren't any map sessions that are particular to this week because you are doing 3 sessions from the sessions already provided in weeks 1 and 2. So I hope that's clear. You'll be jumping back to weeks 1 and 2 to do those sessions throughout the program. In week 3, you'll be doing reintroductions. So you'll be starting to reintroduce sensitivity items. And the instructions for that were actually provided in week 2. So in week 3, you'll be continuing that work and continuing to do the map sessions as a support for that. Week 4, you should be well on your way to reintroducing one of those sensitivity items back into your life. And you should be finding that the symptoms are much reduced, if not completely subsided or abated. After week 4, there is kind of this congratulations section, which is kind of a wrap up to the first cycle of the program. So take a look at that when you get there. It will help you to determine what you want to take on next in terms of the training or the reintroduction process, and whether you would like to, continue with the category of sensitivities that you started with, either foods, chemicals, or environmental sensitivities, or something else, or whether you want to switch to a different category. So there's that. There are also some additional resources there for you to investigate. All right. So as I was saying, many of these resources in sections 1 and 2 are available to you during the preview period. So please take a look and engage with those. I do hope that by spending time with those videos and those resources, that you will come to understand enough about the premise of the program that you will be encouraged to give it a try. So thanks for listening, and I hope that you enjoy the Map for Sensitivities program.